Hey there, this is Peacekeeperalex. We're going to do another Yellow Turban Rebellion campaign video. This is going to be Let's Play number 12, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Yellow Turban Rebellion campaign. This is the Psychic Wargamers. It's going to be the Psychic Wargamers stream number 14. So let's jump in and take a look at what's going on with the campaign and see what is taking place and going on. So as you can see, we got Cao Cao to the east of us, east-north. Then we also have right to the northwest Kong Rong, but he's been sort of a little bit of a problematic. Gong Du is encroaching. He sort of he took the lumber yard right next door here, and successfully. Yeah, Gong Du. Here we go. Shangyong ended up taking Shangyong, the lumber yard, and then Kong Rong still has the large town and weapon craftsmen. We also have Han Empire here, right to the west of us and south. Han Empire, a lot of different here. There's the Changsha, yeah, Changsha and Ling Ling, as well as Badong, small city. Again, we do have Sensi as well, sort of to the southeast and southwest, and also, sort of right near Gongdu. I don't know if he's at war with that. I do kind of want to see if he is. I did want to take a look at some of the faction interactions here. Gongdu, so he is at war with Kong Rong and Liu Bei. And Liu Bei, I found out, is... Liu Bei, right here. Here he is. Liu Bei. And I don't know if he took this, if he's at war with Cao Cao. I don't know if he is. So he is not. He is not. He's not at war, sadly. Sadly. But, yeah, I can see him right next door, just one settlement away from being able to, move over here. And I'm wondering how he got Yang Zhao, because I don't remember him having it that long ago. Would be interesting to find out. Another strange development currently happening. Gong Du apparently declaring war on Yellow Turban Rebellion. And he's not at war with me, but it was one of those things where it looked like he did. Maybe he made peace one of these turns, because it doesn't look like it says that he's at war still, but there was just one of those times where he did declare war. Yeah, right here. Honorable treatment of soldiers of our enemy. A strategic threat. Release to generals of our armies. Treaties. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it seems to be he's okay now. Yeah, I think our next move is going to be continuing to try and situate Kong Rong, because he is just right outside our borders, and I am maneuvering to try and see if I can get him away from that city. I don't think he'll maneuver near me. If possible, I'd like to take Shangyong, the weapon craftsman. That would be a good sort of thing to try and snag. I think for now we're just going to try and Kong Rong, there's still more soldiers over here. So he still has an army right over here, right near Jiangxia, and we did defeat him, Yu Jin, so I think this is the same army that we had defeated, but I don't know if it is, because it doesn't seem, well, it might be. Yeah, so we're going to end turn. We're going to see what else is going on here. See, again, here we go, Alliance of the Darkening Moon, trying to have a peace treaty. They've been doing that almost every turn. And we're going to have to acknowledge the Alliance of the Graceful Crane is rejecting. So, go and do an allies rejected. So Kong Rong has attacked us and is sieging Jiangxia. Gong Sun Zan has declared war on Liu Bei. That is good. Kong Rong joined war against Gong Sun Zan. Gong Sun Zan declared war on Gong Sun Du. They join their war. Okay, Gong Du war. See, right here, Gong Du declared war on Yellow Turban Rebellion. So I don't know what this is all about. Again, it pops up. I don't know what that is lamenting upon, because, you know, when you click on Yellow Turban Rebellion, it doesn't show that he has any territory, but he is sort of like an imperial, in regards to Yellow Turban Rebellion. It's like a faction sort of stand-in and status, and a certain kind of imperial regarding it. But, you know, obviously rebellion mechanics in a certain sense, to a certain degree. And he probably has, spiritually, a certain kind of territory in a certain manner. Oh, perception versus unobservant. When plotting with your generals, a civil but heated discussion occurs over where to attack. Clear charge between two forests. One general posits is a direct and clear line to victory. The other delicately points out a trap, that a trap could easily be waiting amongst the bows. As they discuss, you ponder. I would say perception. Perception. And here we are again. Yujin is besieging, and I think we're gonna sally.
Strike true.
Pirate victory, 1817 against 1391. We're gonna start battle here. Get a lot of bowmen on this one.
Fortune smiles upon us. Let us not squander opportunity.
Indeed. Now let powerful words become powerful deeds.
We fight as nature crumbles and recedes.
Focus! Your purpose is war, not oratory.
It doesn't matter. Well, that would be. Go straight up over here. They got a lot of bowmen. They really do. I wish I had some horsemen, but it doesn't look to be. So we're just gonna kind of charge forth here, and I kind of remember fighting with I don't know. And I'm gonna send my generals straight at the bowmen, because they are a bit of a nuisance.
A comrade is being attacked.
I'm gonna put 3 spearmen off to the side here. Try and situate those horsemen. See the horsemen crossing the field, now getting shot with my arrow fire. As my spearmen branch off to the right flank, try and stop those horsemen. Sending forces straight at the enemy here. They got a lot of bowmen. We got some melee infantry as well. And there, enemy horsemen caught in the trap. Being cut down by peasant spearmen. You can see my men rushing towards them, swords in hand, and the bows are retreating. They're right behind them. And just attack from the side here while chasing those bowmen. Attack with spearmen, enemy spearmen, with that light blue banner. Right over here on the left flank, a lot of my men kind of bogged down with the enemy troops. You can see fighting happening. Oh! Fight another day, good sir. Yeah, we're getting, as you can see, where are our generals? Get over here, generals. What are you doing?
Stand ready. Take heed, warriors.
Yeah, one of my generals is attacking. Of course, right over here, just all these units here of mine kind of sitting there. And send them right across forth to take out those bowmen, and they are getting cut off slightly by pole arms. Bowmen are trying to retreat, but my main bulk of my army is getting a little bit attacked here from those bowmen. I'm gonna have to situate and try and take these bowmen out, because they are a little bit of a, they're being a bit of a pain in the ass. Not gonna lie.
At the ready.
So, multiple conflicts happening. You got some spearmen on Jian Sword Guard with my general right in the mix. As you can see. Again, that light blue really contrasting with that yellow. Looks beautiful. A little bit further down, right up to the left side, again, the main forces attacking each other. Swordsman on swordsman. They also got some pole arms as well, too. That giant infantry. Further down, you can see some of my men chasing down a retreating enemy, but turning around and facing some chasing units here. Some pole arm again. And it's Giant Militia. Turning right around and attacking them. And they got those archers scattered all throughout. Further on, you see 2 units of Yellow Turban Warriors taking on the Giant Militia. Ooh. And right off to the right, you see these cavalry. Kind of a little bit oblivious, kind of just still there. And there is an issued challenge I will accept, and that was not the way to go because we have less, so we're gonna run away automatically. So one of our generals is already fleeing a bit.
That I may fight another day.
I'm gonna send my archers because I got some surrounding enemy forces here doing their work. Right from behind, you can see a bunch of enemy units attacking my main force. And general in the mix too, taking out a lot of my men. So I'm gonna send some archer fire to try and cover them. Not good, still fairly even. Ended up sending my peasant spearmen to try and help that force that's getting surrounded right now on my side. Again, some Faith Preservers, medium max infantry kind of covering the rear against that Jian Sword Guard that's getting pelted by my archers. And then their enemy general in the mix. He's almost dead, though. Again, a little bit further on, we still see those, Yellow Turban Warriors kind of getting overwhelmed here. I might send them backwards. I'm gonna send them retreating because I don't want them losing hope. Their general is right next door. He's gonna try and attack them, I think. Yup. He goes right in the mix and misses all of them and ends up not hitting any of them. Very good. So I'm going to send my 2 generals back forth. The archers are scattered because I got men chasing after them. Got some spearmen chasing after, a crossbowman. Got some Yellow Turban Warriors doing the same thing to another unit. And just over here, Yellow Turban Warriors attacking 58 crossbowmen, getting surrounded. So over there we're fairly well. But that main force that was surrounded is starting to fold back. I'm going to move my peasant spearmen, try and get them to retreat. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to turn melee in regards to my archers, and we're going to make a run for this main force that is still standing, still has a decent amount of units, and they're chasing my men. Right now also, 2 of my generals kind of swirling and circling in regards to the enemy generals as well too. Enemy generals are doing worse for wears in regards to the health. As you can see, they are trying to attack, but with the overwhelming forces of the archers now moving forth, lending support to those fairly despaired units from mine. I have like 2 units there that really have no health at all. Yellow Turban Warriors, more Yellow Turban Warriors, and this peasant spearmen are retreating. So lucky that we have those archers lending their support there, trying to hold the line. Some of them do have Bringers of Righteousness. Lucky that we have them. They're also really good with melee infantry. So again, not some peasant archers trying to take up arms to. We got some decent and our generals need to pull back here a bit, I think.
Move out quickly. Look, the enemy run.
I'm going to bring back my generals, try and get them back to friendly territories where those archers are making that stand. And again, over here, you do see some still chasing down to those crossbowmen. Yellow Turban warriors making good effort, and now the bowmen are retreating. On all sides, it seems to be one last unit, and it is retreating as well, so we can bring back those 2 units that were also chasing, 3 units in total chasing down, and now the enemy general is attacking one of those units. And the first one mentioned that was just making those bowmen retreat is now under attack from the enemy general. Dong Li. Sorry, Dong Li.
You have improved in my estimations.
The enemy is now being chased. The main force was
Blades, prepare.
resilient. Ended up beating the forces. The bowman glaives must have been the tipper there, I think. Bringers of Righteousness, medium glaive. Bow infantry. An enemy thought better of it. Another unit tried to attack them and ended up retreating fairly quickly. We've got an enemy general, full health, retreating, and that is victory. You can see the battlefield, just men littered all in different places, not just, you know, a straight line across, just everywhere. Multiple battles. 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6 big spots where they battled out. 7. We're right near the river, which I did not see. The spearmen must have... This is where they hit the, with the cavalry. I did not see that happening. Enemy cav doing fairly well. 101 units at the most, tied with enemy general for most kills on the enemy team. On my side, 196 from one of our generals has the highest kills, followed by another one of our generals and the Yellow Turban warrior with 100 some odd apiece.
Cannot be denied.
They ended up losing 1209 out of 1391 troops deployed. I ended up losing 1017 out of 1817, so that is, yeah. They ended up surviving and retreating, so I'm going to do one more maneuver and try and vanquish them from my region here.
Rush them.
We're going to delegate 955 against 93. No chance.
From the roots to heaven.
Whoa. Ended up getting 943 from that. I am going to release Yujin, the rebel officer.
Return them
I'm
to
going to
their
recruit. And we're going to retreat back to Jiangxia, so we get rid of Kong Rong from our borders. I am going to be sending He up still, and I think I'm going to leave Hangxian in Jiangling, our western province, my bad, western southern province. The furthest western province is Xiangyang, but we are sending He-Man upwards still, trying to bait Kong Rong from moving outwards of that city. And if he tries to attack us, we'll be able to take out a lot of his units, and God forbid Gong Du makes another move, you know, east. Try to check out Shangyong, large town. Feng Zhao. Got some more stuff to do here. Commanding shouts. 15% speed, 10% melee damage base, 10% melee damage armor piercing, and melee charge bonus unbreakable. I like this. Commanding shouts, a war cry from one warrior to another. We'll also try and situate with a follower. Feng Zhao will give him +2 expertise, +1 construction time. Builder. Give him a builder. Also, maybe change up his weapon here. I don't know if there's a much better weapon we can choose. I think he has one of the better ones, so that's decent. We need to get more ancillaries in regards to weaponry and that's definitely one of those things. Roll chances. I'm wondering what that sort of speaks about in regards to the spirit. I am a psychic medium. I am able to discern spirits. One of the things I've noticed is that there is spiritual gameplay in regards to some of the physical games that we play. I think Total War is definitely one of those ones we've talked about. I think there is spiritual mechanics pertaining in multiple kinds of ways. Remember, different dimensional existences, different kinds of gameplay and gameplay attachments. One of the things, though, I'm sort of wondering about this one is roll chances pertaining to getting different kinds of ancillaries. Different kinds of games in regards to it. So there's different kinds of gameplay regarding it, I suppose. But I'm wondering what kind of mechanics, literally, in regards to that sort of thing. I'm wondering if there's like a certain kind of... Is there battle in regards to certain kind of ancillaries gained? Is there a moment where, like, one of the warriors finds something on the battlefield and it's like, don't take that, one of the spirit around them? And if he takes it, there's a certain kind of conflict that arises and all of a sudden you have another battle on your hands spiritually? If it belonged to a general beforehand, then probably it would be. I surmise.
Remain firm.
End turn.
Tolerance is the best we can offer.
Another piece trying to be offered here from the Alliance of the Darkening Moon. That's Liu Bei and Kong Rong. Again, there's multiple alliances. One of the really big alliance here, Coalition of the Yellow River, Zhang Yan, Yuan Shu, Gongsun Zan, Cao Cao, Han Fu, and Sun Si. That is a large coalition. And again, but really, really interesting, the Alliance of the Darkening Moon taking on the Alliance of the Graceful Crane.
You insult us.
Just like the sound of it. And he does go and attack us. Very interesting. Okay. We have 3,313 deployed. He has 2,943. Oh, interesting. He has a lot of archers, but so do we. Yeah, we have a lot of archers as well, too. He has more. He has more. But we'll see if that helps. And he does have a two cavalry units. That is interesting. He doesn't have too many melee infantry. 5 units. Will that be the difference maker? Let's start battle. Let's find out. He against Kong Rong. Battle of Xiangyang City. So again, he has about, I think, like 10 units of archers. So that's going to be a lot. But we do have a lot of melee infantry. He only has 5. We have 12. So that's definitely a big one. But he does have some cav. He does have some cav, so we'll see what this does. We'll see how we're able to attack him. I think we have the upper hand, to be true. And I don't know why it's showing our balance of power. It's not as much as what it should be. We're gonna send my generals straight after the archers.
Our hidden men have been seen.
forgotten! Shut up and die!
Heal yourself! Attention! Prepare! Move out quickly! Unleash fury!
Right off to the left flank, we've got some melee infantry trying to take out some mounted lancer militia. And also militia of virtue, light spear infantry trying to take out more cavalry. There are 2 units of cavalry, and it looks really, really cool. On one side, you have my troops trying to fight towards the mounted lancer militia. Right behind them, we have our militia of virtue also trying to take out some mounted saber militia, fighting back to back those 2 units. The middle armies here, the melee infantry have started to engage, but they don't have too many. So I'm going to be able to send my infantry upwards to try and chase down those archers. More archers. That seems to be one of the themes here.
You seem to be struggling. Need some help?
And our
Is that your best?
spearmen will catch up with some of the archers. Spear on spear, we got some peasant spearmen trying to take on some spear guard. They got the better of that, but my general's right in the mix. He's right beside, so that's gonna be interesting. Right across the line here, you got 3 units battling each other here. Yellow Turban Warriors, Giant Militia, Yellow Turban Warriors, Giant Militia, Yellow Turban Warriors, Giant Militia, more Giant Militia, more Yellow Turban Warriors. All across this line here. Right in the middle, right off to the left side, you can see more units battling it out against Saber Militia, trying to take out Yellow Sky Heralds. We've got 2 more units here just sitting here doing nothing. Heresy, go attack these archers, good sir. And our archers are still doing their job. In fact, they have been really doing their job, because right where on the left-hand flank here, Saber Militia have been hit hard by our archers. You can see right here. A lot of them are retreating right as I pan over to it. Some of the other spear pan over to it too. There's spiritual cameras. I'm fairly certain. I have in regards to the battles that take place in regards to some of these games. I have noticed that there is that sort of thing that takes place, and it also lets know that there is potentially certain kind of spiritual aspects in regards to some of the gameplay that we're experiencing, especially in regards to Total War. Really, really interesting. As a psychic, I'd be able to feel those energies, some of the fluidity of the camera movement, and the different kinds of energies associated at times. That sort of thing that says that there is potentially other kinds of camera work that's been similar to how I've been able to feel the spirit around me in regards to perspective, in regards to different kinds of lenses, multiple kinds of looks to a certain degree. And it's really interesting to note that, you know, sometimes when I pan the camera towards a certain area, there is a certain kind of energy that I'm able to feel, like there's another spiritual spotlight in that area. It's able to see certain kinds of battle take place behind the scenes, and it's one of those things.
Our men have no ammunition. They cannot fire.
See, the enemy is still alive and well.
To attention, archers!
We are making headway, and the balance of power is still in their favor for some reason. I don't know why, but apparently it is. I send one of my generals over there to try and help them out, because they are getting slammed here from archers right in that main line. Again, those 3 units against each other. A lot of that, what was it, Jai Militia and Yellow Turban Warriors. You know, on my side, sort of losing a bit, although other battles fairly going well, even with those archers still pelting us. Still making headway, still attacking. I still have multiple units trying to make headway on that. You know, they are getting chased down as we speak. Multiple archers having to retreat.
Blades, prepare! Stand ready! Stand ready!
He-Man, there we go. He's gonna do a big slam, I think. Oh wait, he's attacking a general. Yeah. Oh, and He-Man is in trouble. He needs to get out of there. He is almost dead. So he's going to try and escape, and he gets cut down. He-Man has been defeated. And plot thickens. Okay, so we only got 2 generals left, but they don't have too many troops left either. Guada. And there it is. Guada's right in the mix, trying to take out all these units. Some of them retreating upon his wrath. See off to the right flank, Spearmen trying to take out those Spear Guards and Archer Militia. And there is still that line right in the middle. Just 1 enemy unit left, and the Kong Rong, the strategist, as well, kind of retreating back, trying to attack another conflict happening right from afar. Guada's sitting there, again, that wrath. Trying to take out that one last unit. From Saber Militia right behind that main engagement, which is about to change. All that's left is that giant militia, that light halberd infantry, and they're just trying to hold on right now. They're fierce. It's true. They're getting overtaken, though. They don't have too many left. 51 units left. Some of my guys are still getting picked off by archers, sadly. Zheng Yan champion is trying to take out on the left flank those Yellow Turban warriors. I think that were originally involved in that conflict with the cavalry at the beginning of the game. You can see off to the left here. Cavalry units scattered upon the ground. Still making it out to a certain degree. Again, further off to the left, certain kind of, more Yellow Turban warriors sort of chasing after. I think certain kind of, I think it's the archers, actually, to be true. So off to the right flank, enemy units retreating, and we're able to shift these troops, 2 melee infantry and an archer, towards some of those archers. And we can see Wang Su, one of the enemy generals, about to retreat here. Low health. Very low health. Very tired. And he's not doing too well. So if he ends up engaging, and he is engaging again, he's not going to last. Let's get into that. And off to the right flank, you see more Spear Guards trying to hold on. And of course, Suji, we're going to send to Kong Rong. Kong Rong got half. This is it. He spotted him on the battlefield. Enemy general fight in the mix. We're circling for a while now. Still circling. You can see my troops enclosing Kong Rong here, charging towards the enemy general. And one of my generals, I gotta retreat him out of there. I'm gonna try and send Guada after Kong Rong, and he is retreating as well. And all that's left is Bowman in the distance, as well as enemy general Zheng Van. So Kong Rong trying to escape. I'm sending my generals after him to harass. They ended up doing a number on me. That was a close one. One of my generals ended up falling. He-Man, nonetheless. So again, not the best strategy to send certain kind of generals after the archers is what I am seeing here. This was the second game that I second or third game that I actually did it that way. And every time my generals ended up looking fairly beat up. I don't know why it ended up working that way.
The enemy general falls.
Kong Rong has fallen. I believe that was what that was. And the one last raiding general is Zheng Van, still off to the left, trying to take out those warriors, those yellow turban warriors. And now we have retreating bowmen to a certain extent. And I think my troops are actually retreating from that. The left flank finally retreat happening. But we still have a lot more. A lot of my units have retreated. Some of my archers fairly beat up as well. Having about 10 melee infantry left. So one of the melee infantry I watched that retreat just happen. You can see them retreating to the distance. That was the first melee infantry on my side to be fully retreating, I think, to a certain extent. But the archers, a lot of our archers, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's not. I used to have 12. So maybe that isn't the truth. No, it is not. 2 units before that as well.
Ready! Kill them! Strike them down! March at the double! Run! Run!
See my army rushing him now. This last enemy general, he's nearing the end, low health, and yet still in the distance that crossbow still wreaking havoc. So we're gonna have to find him eventually. I'm actually gonna send one of my generals over towards him right now, and the enemy general is retreating now. So that leaves that last crossbowman in the distance. And again, you can see the battlefield and a lot of different areas. Just men scattered everywhere. Again, a lot of different areas. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 main areas of clashes, but then you can see where the archers were too. Them get fairly picked off on my side. You see a lot of yellow behind the lines there, but even on the enemy side as well too. A lot of blue litter the ground. Again, it's that blue on yellow contrast, the uniforms. Kong Rong taking on He.
Make ready! Attack!
Victory. There we go. We caught up with them, those bowmen. I'm going to save this replay. Pyrrhic victory was as predicted. An enemy general, one of them getting 205 kills, 182 kills, 108 kills. A bowman doing really well, 200 kills apiece for some of them. My side, my melee infantry doing well, almost getting 100 apiece. Wow. 100 some odd apiece.
Celebration is due. Let the wine flow.
10, 20 monetary. He's got a lot of recruitment, 13% replenishment.
Conviction and strike true.
And Gong Du makes his move. So it seems. Look at that. Worked out brilliantly. So I'm going to try and make it over to Shangyong to try and take that weapon, Craftsman. Bolden the people, that which is about to contract has surely been expanded, that which is about to weaken has surely been strengthened, that which is about to fall has surely been raised, that which is about to be despoiled has surely been endowed. This is an explanation of the secret that the tender and the weak conquer the hard and the strong. We've studied the scriptures and have taken our next step towards enlightenment. What shall we study next? Again, we're going to go down that list, I think. Subservience to the people. Abandon your saintliness. Put away your prudence, and the people will gain 100-fold. Plus 10 enlightenment, plus 4k population growth. Living in harmony. Some might say that being too trusting is sure sign of folly, and that ruin follows anyone too easily led. On the contrary, being trusting makes a strong bedrock for friendship, as 2 of your generals discover. Very good.
Absolutely not.
So we start to make our trek over to Shangyong Weapons Craftsman. Hopefully we're able to take it, because that would be nice. And I don't know what's going on with Lu Bao, but it looks like I think he's at war with Cao Cao.
What poisonous lies will you spit today?
Yeah, he is. He's at war with okay, so Liu Bei and Cao Cao are fighting. That is what is happening. So I gotta be careful here. If he takes one of those settlements, that's not gonna be good at all. And you know what? This might be actually a good time to just sally over there and try and take one of his settlements. To be true. I do not want to be going to war with Cao Cao, but it's not too bad. And I can see if we can see like faction ownership. Here we go. Yeah, he got a lot. Cao Cao's getting a little bit hard pressed here. And I can see Kong Rong's capital over there. I mean, oh, how did he get all the way over here? So even if we take that last settlement, that won't be the end of him. We'll have to sally forth over to Liu Bei. And I do remember kind of getting into a bit of a thing when Huang Shao was over there. We need to liberate those areas. That is for dang true. Yeah, Peng Cheng. Then this is the case of this. We gotta go over there. We're gonna sally forth one of these days. We're gonna get our troops ready. Let's bring Feng Zhao over to Runan.
Towards peace.
And Han Xian. He as well. We can, yes. I think we'll bring him over here as well too. We won't have to bring him westwards, because I think that's going to be it for Kong Rong over here. We're going to take that last city and we won't have to worry about him too much. Although I don't like that Gong Du has declared war on Zhangjiang, but it looks like they're fairly decent. And here it is. Look at Yellow Turban Rebellion has put some rebels right outside that city. And there's the forces of Gong Du heading right to it. And he's already taken Luoyang. And I think he's even at war with Yuan Shu, isn't he?
Let us get this over with.
Or maybe he's not. No, he's not at war with Yuan Shu. Okay, he's these guys are... Nope, not at war with Yuan Shu. So he's just sitting out there for some sort of reason. Yeah, we also got to watch about Yuan Shu. He's right to the north of us. I am wondering if is he at war with Cao Cao? No, I think he's
Why must we speak?
I think that's actually his allies. Yeah, he's allies with Cao Cao. Yeah, we still have Han Empire to the south. I thought at one point it was a problematic. I thought we were still at war with maybe the Han Empire, but I don't think that we are. I don't think that's the case of it.
Enter freely, friend.
And interestingly enough, Gong Du is at war with those Yellow Turban rebels outside that Zhangjiang settlement, small city. Interestingly enough, he's also at war with Zhangyan and Gong Sanzan as well. Not good. Yeah, Gong Sanzan's over here, so he's fairly far away. And there is a Yellow Turban Rebellion area. Holy smoke! So we found it. Shuaofang. And Gongdu is right outside his gates. How is Gongdu is everywhere? This dude's... Look how many armies he has. Holy. So, sadly, Gongdu is about to take this Yellow Turban Rebellion small town, Shuaofang, and that is unfortunate. Allies fighting. I've got a commander here, or no, we can upgrade. He has another trait to be spent. What's it gonna be? Meditation. Radiate vitality, and you will inspire others to do the same. Reach, plus 8 instinct, plus 1 available armies, plus 25% campaign movement range. With no knowledge of what cannot be done, you will accomplish great things. Leader of the people, legendary healer.
Draw inwards and strike out.
In turn. He does have a full army. Kong Rong, Yuan Yao. Hubei signed a peace treaty with Cao Cao. Alright.
With conviction.
Do have some Han Empire renegades over here. Is it just... No, it's a regular army.
Be the sword. I
So
cannot.
Gongdu, if I can just let Gongdu and Yuan Yao fight, we might have a better chance. So what I'm going to do is here, we do have some monetary to spend, 31k, holy, we do have some, we can upgrade some stuff here. We do have some food, we have 5 assignments to be set here, so. Bianjun, Ziyang, Diwu, Xujin, Raolongzai, and Huai Kuo are on issue assignments, lending towards a bunch of different stuff, construction costs and more food production. That would be decent.
Honor, faith.
Forward. Home gladdens the heart.
Again, ancillaries. I'm wondering what that sort of also lends towards in regards to some of the happenings. I'm wondering if there's actual. Like, can we go to diplomacy? Why we don't have to go to diplomacy? We can actually just go over here too. Details, weapons. I'm wondering if there's like a certain kind of like radiance and like a lending forth. Like obviously gives us expertise, instinct, different kinds of attack rate, damage, and things of that nature. But what does it look like spiritually? Again, horses, mounts. I mean, it is sort of interesting to see what the spiritual aspects of the, like humanity and horses are, specifically within the confines of some of the conflicts that has arisen in the physical at times, specifically Earth-based. Wondering how that plays out in regards to the spiritual aspects. In turn.
This is your last chance for peace.
Again, another offering of peace from the Darkening Moon. Not to be, it seems.
Greed is an ugly trait.
He sallies forth out with 2 armies. Interesting. This might be a chance to have a certain kind of alliance battle.
My blade is poised. The path is clear. My aim is precise.
Sign a peace treaty with the Yellow Turban Rebellion. Young Shao signed a peace treaty with Cao Cao. Signed a peace with Zhang Yan. Yuan Shu to join their war against the Yellow Turban Rebellion. A faction development subservience to the people. Abandon your saintliness, put away your prudence, and the people will gain 100-fold. We've studied the scriptures and have taken our next step towards enlightenment. What shall we study next? Plus 10 enlightenment, plus minus 5% construction cost, peasant housing and laborer housing. The stout tree is originated from a tiny rootlet. Tower of 9 stories is raised by heaping up clay. And that gives us plus 10 enlightenment, plus 4k population growth. Yeah, let's do that. And there's a bit of a showdown here near Shangyong. You see 2 forces of Gong Du, Huang Wu, and Lun Luyu. And a sallying forth of Kong Rong here, Zhang Hong and Yuan Yao, with one of my forces right next nearby, Guada. And it's right in this pass, right between these 2 mountains here. And maybe there's going to be a little bit of a showdown happen. Whereas there's a lot of Dongmin is just right next door. That is scary. If I ever go to, like... I like that Gong Du is sort of shielding me from Dongmin, though. That's really kind of cool. And again, we still have Liu Bei right off to the right-hand side here, and I'm amassing some forces. He Yi moving upwards. I'm going to send these 2 forces, He Yi and Feng Zhao, right across Cao Cao's land, and we're going to try and take Yang Zhao and Chen, which used to belong to the Yellow Turban Rebellion, but after Huang Shao ended up sort of getting overtaken there. But I think it was Liu Bei, actually, funny enough. I remember sending forces down that way to try and help him, but by the time I got there, it was too late. We're going to end turn, see what it turns into.
An exchange, perhaps.
I'm going to give a forged iron scale, and we give 2,911, and also a foreman. Minus 12 expertise is the difference maker. Yeah, that was. I never saw that before. 10% speed, 10% melee attack rate, and minus 12 expertise is a bit of a hit. I like the 12 charge bonus, but the 6 resolve and 6 instinct, yeah, I'm gonna have to reject that.
As you prefer.
As you can see, right near that pass, things heating
Poised
up.
to strike.
Still kind of just a bit of a showdown.
Moving as one. With purpose. Madness.
Impossible.
Push forward. Marching.
And they got a third force moving up. Kong Rong. So 3 forces from Kong Rong here and 2 forces from Gong Du, and one of them doesn't look too... It looks like they already had a battle to a certain extent. But yeah, that is going to be interesting if he moves that up, and if there's a battle take place, hopefully.
I shall not waver.
Because I have one of my armies right next to them. So we do have 3 armies to be able to combat that. That's interesting. I'm going to be sending a 4th to the armies through Cao Cao's land.
Honor your ideal.
Hopefully that works.
The way guides.
And I think I'm actually going to leave it off here. I'm going to leave it off here. So there's just this huge battle waiting to have happen here between Kong Rong and Gong Du, as well as myself. And with that 3rd army coming up, that's going to be interesting. Right in that pass, right outside Shangyong, that large town coming from, from that weapon craftsman settlement from Kong Rong. And just as that takes place, we're about to sally forth and go to Yangzhou and Chen to retake those settlements that were once Yellow Turban Rebellion, and will once be again. Take it easy.